Okay, now we're on. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate it as always. Right, Mike?
Right, Kerry.
Okay. Here we go. We got a lot of events and stuff to cover tonight. Let's do it.
Talk shoe.
Recorded
Live.
Hello, I'm Dave Cooper, known as Dave AC Online, and you're listening to GC Community Chat with your host, Kerry Partin.
Good evening and welcome to Garden City Community Chat. This podcast is dedicated to promoting our community and yours, offering news you can use and much more. And now, Garden City Community Chat. Well, hello and welcome to GC Community Chat. This is show number 312 for October 6, 2016. We are coming to you live from the chat studio right here in Garden City, Michigan. We want to say hi and welcome to our listeners in Wayne, Westland, Dearborn Heights, Dearborn, Inkster, Redford, Livonia, Plymouth, and Canton. Thanks for joining us tonight. This is Garden City's only live podcast where we share news you can use and promote our community and yours. I'm your host, Kerry, and joining me tonight is former Garden City Councilman and longtime resident, Mr. Mike Jones. Mike, what up?
Outstanding tonight, Kerry. A little tired, but doing better.
Yeah, keeps us going, don't it?
Yes, sir.
Also, our favorite weather guy, Dapper Tom, is going to be joining us via a taped recording that he just finished doing. He's been real busy following that monster hurricane. Boy, they're going to really get hammered, I guess.
And over like 100 people killed in Haiti.
Oh, boy. Yeah. And
Same area that got hit with the earthquake.
Yeah. Not much left of Haiti, really, huh?
Yeah, there wasn't there a lot there to begin with in terms of buildings and facilities.
Yeah. All right, Tom's going to be here shortly and have a wonderful forecast for us, I'm hearing, so stay tuned for that. Big difference from last week, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Joy and Holly are back with their 2-minute gardening tips tonight. They share with us their recommendation on picking the right tomatoes to grow, so that's going to be kind of interesting. And then Mike's going to be here once again to close out the show with some community announcements for us, as always. And actually, that's what our show's all about tonight. We are both going to be handling the community events tonight. We have a lot, so please sit back, relax, grab your favorite beverage, and join us for the next 60 minutes or so. You know, we're going to be having several great community events that will be taking place to close out the season, not only here in Garden City, Mike, but our surrounding communities as well.
Really?
Yeah. And we'll be talking about several of them tonight. And remember, if your community has some great events coming up, get that information to us as soon as possible.
Please.
Yeah, well, just send us an email at gccommunitychat@gmail.com. And Mike will be more than happy to share that with our listeners. Right, Mike?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's what we're here for, to promote our community and yours, so get those events into us. We invite you to be a part of the conversation here tonight. If you have any questions or comments for any of us, we would love to hear from you. It's very easy. Just give us a call at 1-724-444-7444 and enter the call ID 82757 followed by the pound sign. Or you can join us in our chat room by going online to TalkShoe.com and search for call ID 82757. That'll take you right to our main show page, where you'll click on a large join in button and sign in as a guest, and that's all there is to it. Once you're in the chat room, you can type your questions and comments at the bottom of the page, and you'll find our phone number and show ID there as well. If you'd like to text your questions to us, that number is 734-788-9319. We look forward to hearing from you. Now, don't forget, all our shows are recorded, so you can catch us later at your convenience, which several of our listeners do by going to our main show page, where you'll find all 312 shows listed for you in order. Please check them out. The audio from tonight's show will be posted on Facebook, on our Facebook page at facebook.com/GCChat, about 30 minutes or so after we sign off tonight, once Mike leaves.
Hey, Chair, can I interrupt you, please?
Hey, how you doing, Mark?
I'm doing great. How are you, Kerry?
Good, we're doing great.
It's good to hear all you guys' voice, too. I just want to interrupt real fast. This Saturday is a open house on Chili Cook-Off versus Sunday.
What's that now?
Is it Chili Cook-Off and a fire station open house?
It's
Saturday or Sunday?
It's this Saturday, yep. We're going to be talking about that a lot.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Hey,
What time will it start?
Starts at 11.
11 o'clock.
Okay, thanks. Well, sorry for interrupting. Have a nice evening.
That's okay, man. You just hang in there and listen, and we'll give you all the information you need, Mark. Thanks.
Okay. I'll see you Saturday, friend.
All right, awesome.
Bye.
All right, we're also doing a live unedited video of tonight's show, so you can put a face with the voice, and that will be made available tomorrow on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/community chat show. Please watch for that, and while you're there, why not subscribe to our channel? That way you'll be notified when we post future shows. Just click on that little red subscribe button right below the video. And don't forget to look for us on iTunes. Just search for GC Community Chat. Okay, please mark your calendars for these upcoming shows and guests. Next week, we're going to welcome Mr. Tony Widmer. He is he's very involved with the Garden City Gladiators. They're the baseball team that, I don't know if you remember, they did the fundraisers to go to Cooperstown. They wanted to go to Cooperstown, and they came up with it. Yeah. So,
That's quite an experience. I've been to Cooperstown. It's good.
pretty awesome. I've
Yeah.
never been. I do want to go, though.
You have to make a commitment because it is not right off of the main highway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you got like about an hour and a half drive from the turnpike or roads to get there.
Oh, wow. Way back in the back 40?
Yeah, it's in the boonies.
But anyway, he's going to be here. He's been on our show once before when we did the show live from the carnival that the Rotary put on over at the high school. So looking forward to having Tony back on. He's going to talk about all the things that are going on with the Gladiators, all their events. And he might call in tonight. He's got one event that's also going on Saturday. If he doesn't, I do have it here. So, and then on October 20th, we're going to have Kim White Jenkins. She is the co-founder and partner at Helium Studio in Wayne. She's going to be here to share with us everything about her business. It's kind of like a little gift store. Has a lot of unique, different stuff in there. So we'll talk to her and see what else they have.
Do they have helium balloons?
I don't know. We'll have to find out.
I don't know what else you use helium for unless you want to talk like Donald Duck.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I want to find out how she came up with that name. That's for sure. So we hope you'll join us for those upcoming shows, and then we have one or two scheduled in November that we will let you know about as we get closer. All right, we're going to get Tom in here now and see what the weather will be for the rest of the week and beyond, and also for all the events that are taking place this weekend. So let's get Tom in here, and then we'll me and Micah start announcing these events, okay? All right, here we go. Okay, let's get a check on the weather with Doppler Tom, see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend. Tom, what do you have for us?
After all that rain last week, we've seen a pretty substantial warm-up this week with temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s over the last few days. And it's been pretty nice if you like that summer feel because there are going to be changes coming, but before that, we are going to continue to deal with this mild air for the rest of the evening, and it's going to be pretty mild out there if you have any outdoor plans. Not a whole lot of cloud cover or rain to deal with. As we get into Friday, another pretty stellar day out there. A lot of sunshine, only a few clouds, and temperatures will be in the low 80s. So another day where temperatures will be close to 80 degrees. So enjoy that because as we get into Saturday night, a new storm system is going to be moving in Friday night into Saturday, and we're going to probably see a little bit of rain on Friday night, but on Saturday it's going to be another pretty nice day. There isn't going to be any rain to deal with, but there is going to be a cool down. Temperatures will drop into the 60s as we get into the weekend, low 60s for Saturday and Sunday. But if you have any outdoor plans like the chili cook-off or anything in particular, it looks like it's going to be an outstanding weekend with a lot of sunshine. And as we get into next week, I don't see any real big storm systems or any inclement weather to really talk about. It's going to be a very quiet week as we get into next week with a dry week and temperatures much cooler compared to this week with temperatures in the upper 60s. So overall, a fall week is really going to be setting up as we get into next week. So enjoy the cooler temperatures because it's going to be coming as we get into next week. But if you like the heat, enjoy it during the last few days. So I can fill in everyone's request as we get into the next few days and into next week because we have a whole lot of everything, a little warmth and then a little bit of a cool down. And as we expand outward, the biggest story that is making coverage right now is the tropics. I talked about it last week as we talked about how Matthew was meandering throughout the Caribbean, and now it is now heading toward the east coast of Florida and parts of the southeastern United States, especially the Carolinas as well, and that's going to be a very big story as we get into the next few days. As we talk about where it has been, like I said, it was moving through the Caribbean last week, and then it sharply moved north as we head over the last few days. And it affected Haiti, which is a country that does not need any rain or any hurricanes, for that matter, because of what has been dealing with the last 6 years since the pretty severe earthquake. So they have been dealing with a lot of rain and a lot of problems. And then it affected the eastern side of Cuba, and now that has moved north of Cuba and is now affecting the Bahamas this evening with a lot of rain, a lot of wind, and a lot of problems. And we're now currently looking at this storm approaching the east coast of Florida. And this is a very complicated storm to be dealing with because it's intensifying. We have a Category 4 hurricane right now approaching Florida, and these winds right now are around 140 miles per hour. And we could be dealing with a lot of potential severe damage and a lot of problems throughout Florida, especially the eastern side of Florida. And for those reasons, there's hurricane warnings all for the east coast of Florida and into parts of the Georgia and South Carolina for all these problems. There's a lot of evacuations, mandatory evacuations. There's a lot of closures for schools, works, and even Disney World is now closed in Orlando, Florida, because of the hurricane. And this is going to be a big story to deal with, and there's going to be a lot of problems out there. And I'm very worried about the storm surge as well, which is another problem with these hurricanes. They push so much water ahead of the hurricane that water is going to move inland. And we're going to deal with a lot of storm surge as well. So the biggest cities that I'm worried about is from Miami all the way to Charleston, South Carolina. So we have Savannah, Georgia in there, and we have Jacksonville, Florida. We have the Space Coast. We have Daytona Beach. We have a whole lot of cities out there that are going to be dealing with a lot of hurricane conditions as we get into the overnight hours and throughout the day on Friday and throughout the day on Saturday. And this storm system is very unusual because it's going to begin to loop back around. And because there's a trough that's going to be moving toward the hurricane, and it's not really going to be moving right out to sea. What's happening is it's going to be wrapping back around and making a loop, and it's going to head back into Florida. But it's not going to be a hurricane. It's probably just going to be a lot of rain and a lot of wind, and it'll probably be a tropical storm. So that's going to be meandering around Florida as we get into the next few days and into next week as well. Another reason why this storm system is going to stay right around Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina is because there's another hurricane out there. We have Hurricane Nicole that's just west of Matthew, and that's going to kind of keep it at bay for a little bit. So there's going to be a lot of rain, a lot of wind, and a lot of storm surge to deal with all across this country, all across the southeast over the next few days. And this is a very very tranquil situation because there's a lot of unknowns. Is this hurricane actually going to make landfall? If it does make landfall, it's going to weaken pretty quickly, and that's going to kind of be good because if it does weaken, the wind threat is not going to be as big as we anticipate, and we're going to also be dealing with a lot of rain. If it stays right along the coast like they're saying it will, and not make landfall and just affect the coastlines, there's going to be a lot of problems. So we have a lot of time to watch this, and we're going to be watching this storm for a while, and we'll probably be talking about it into next week, and that's the biggest story of the night in the weather department. And our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone that's going to be affected by this storm system because it's going to be a very potentially catastrophic storm for Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina, especially the coastlines, the eastern sides of these states. And we'll probably you know me, Carrie, I'll be up all night monitoring this storm, and we'll have a lot more updates on what happened, the recovery, and some of the stats of how this storm really unfolded as we get into next week. But the biggest thing I always say on this show, Carrie, is you always need to be prepared. And if they tell you to evacuate, you should evacuate. I wouldn't really ignore that because those local officials know what places will flood and what places are in danger. And there's a lot of evacuations. And if you're in those neck of the woods, it's time to get out. And pretty much the time to prepare is over because you had all week to prepare for this storm. And the governor of Florida was on top of this storm system on the get-go. I will give him credit, especially Florida and South Carolina governors have been on top of this storm all week, issuing evacuations, telling everyone to prepare. So the local governments have been on top of this. I will give them credit. But now it's time for the citizens to listen to the local governments, and I hope everyone is prepared. I know people have evacuated, but I don't think everyone has because a lot of people don't want to, and I understand that. But this is such a powerful storm system that you need to heed those warnings and or hunker down. And they say that if you don't go, you won't get help. You're on your own with these storms, with this hurricane, and unfortunately, sometimes you can lose your life with these, and you don't want to see that. But that's what the consequences are when you don't listen to your local government officials. And that's the biggest story of the night. There's a lot of state of emergencies all across Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina, which simply means that the supplies will be there once this storm passes, and they will need those supplies because there's going to be a lot of damage, a lot of flooding, and a lot of rain as well. So we'll keep tuned to this at DopplerTomsWeather.com. But if you also want the local weather information, just go to my website, DopplerTomsWeather.com, and we will be busy tracking this hurricane all night. And it's going to be a big story as we get into the weekend and into next week as well. And this is the time of year that we always watch out for hurricanes, and I always say that you always need to have a hurricane kit if you live on the Gulf Coast or the Southeast Coast, and you should listen to every show, and I always say that, and that's my biggest thing is to always be prepared because you never know when a hurricane will hit. I mean, it's October and people really don't think that a hurricane's going to hit them but hurricane season goes all the way through November 30th. So that's the weather segment, in my opinion. It's a very tranquil and very busy night for me, and we're going to be tracking this hurricane, and it's going to be a very busy, big story. And we'll have a lot more updates on it as we get into next week. So enjoy the weather here locally. It's very nice weather, and enjoy the weekend. And I will talk to you guys next week.
All right, thanks. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate it.
I saw in the news that over 100 people died in Haiti.
Wow.
The same area that got hit hardest with an earthquake got blasted with a hurricane.
Yeah, they didn't need that.
They have shelter like they have these
shacks.
Quonset huts, so the metal over the roof and a couple of cement blocks holding it down. That's right. That's their normal living container. They're talking about 10-foot water surges along the Carolina coast.
Wow.
10 feet.
And a lot of people from Michigan are down there in Florida and that, so boy, I hope they're safe.
They say that the water is a bigger threat to life than the wind.
Yeah.
During a hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
So
is that Jerry on the phone?
It is. Good evening, gentlemen.
How are you, my friend? How are you? Long time no talk to.
Fine. I'm sorry. I'm calling from Cape Cod tonight. I'm in Cape Cod with the party animals.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I just thought I wanted to pop on because, of course, our agency, we're flooded right now with everything that's going on with the airports. And if I can just give you a little heads up of what's going on, I'd like to give you just a list of anybody who's traveling right now, the airports that are now closed.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll just make it really briefly. The Atlanta airport closed 40 minutes ago and will not reopen again. And Atlanta, of course, is one of our biggest hubs.
Yeah.
They let me know that all of our party animals who are traveling through Atlanta, Georgia, all their flights have now been canceled.
Okay.
As far as Chicago, it's because of all the flights that are going through there, they are cutting back on the amount of flights that are going down. I do have to let you know that Disney World closed its doors for the first time in 14 years.
Wow.
They closed their doors and have asked the tourists to leave Disney World. And our tourists are now abandoning the area. Fort Lauderdale Airport is closed at this period of time.
Mm-hmm.
As far as we do not know when they will be open again. Fort Lauderdale is gone. Miami is closed. Of course, Jacksonville will be closing in 2 hours from now. They're getting the last of the flights out of Jacksonville. In Myrtle Beach is our really strong spot. We're asking people to evacuate the hotels and get on the causeway and leave as fast as possible. The causeway, you can't go into Myrtle Beach. If you were heading for Myrtle Beach tonight, you need to turn around and go back. They're closing the causeway to make it so that all 4 lanes will leave Myrtle Beach and head home.
Mm-hmm.
We do have tourists that are there tonight, and they've been asked to leave the hotels and head across the causeway and head for safety. So those are our updates right now.
Wow. Well, we appreciate that.
We're flooded in our office with everything that's going on.
Oh,
right now, I'm on Coastline. Right now with Party Animals, we are heading home tomorrow.
Okay.
Anybody who was heading for Myrtle Beach and as the coastline, they need to turn around and depart. Most of the hotels on Myrtle Beach have closed their doors and asked the tourists to leave.
How far are they asking people to go inland? Do you know, Jerry?
244 miles is the minimum.
Wow.
They're asking for a 5-hour.
That's huge.
We're in Cape Cod right now. I'm here with them, and we are leaving tomorrow morning. And we are heading into New York to get off the coast. Here, they're kind of just taking a watch see.
Mm-hmm.
I also let people know who are going on Caribbean cruises or cruises right now. Most cruise lines have canceled all of their cruises. We've lost probably 85% of our cruises that are going out this week.
Ooh. Just not worth it.
Before they hop on planes and head down for their cruise, they can either call our office or they can call the cruise line itself. They've set up mandatory hotlines. Many of the cruise ships have left Miami and Fort Lauderdale and are heading for Boston and may go up as Nova Scotia to get away from it.
Wow.
That's crazy. Yeah, this is a real monster.
Crazy.
Yeah. Caribbean cruise in Nova Scotia.
Yeah. Right.
Nova Scotia's beautiful, but it's not. If our clients, we were letting them know too, if our clients did take out cancellation insurance on their cruises, they will get 100% reimbursement on their cruises.
Okay.
If they did not take out cancellation insurance, the cruise lines will not be refunding funds.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That's why we highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
You never know. You just never know.
If anybody's got questions about flying, they can call Party Animal and we can accept and let you know which airlines are open, which ones are flying.
What's your phone number there again, Jerry?
734-525-9777.
Okay. I will announce these airport closings and your phone number at the end of the show also, so hopefully people...
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
I wish I was talking to you with better news, but unfortunately I'm not. Also, we have a lot of people from Garden City that are heading to Iceland with us on Saturday, and that, as far as we know, all of your flights are going. You're still going to Iceland on Saturday.
Awesome.
Reykjavik or bust.
Right.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for the updates. We really appreciate it. And, you're going to have to come on and we'll do a show, all right?
I would love to. You know what? I'm out of the country and for the next 4 weeks, but then I'll be back in town and be able to talk. And I would love to come to you guys.
Yeah, we'll set something up. Get you here at the studio.
I'm still listening until I lose the single. Thanks, guys.
All right, take care. Thank you.
Take care.
All right, very interesting. A lot of airport closings. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, crazy.
240 miles inland.
That's huge.
Yeah. I mean, if you could drive at normal speed, that's 4 hours.
Yeah, he said, 4 to 5 hours in. Wow.
You probably can't drive at normal speed because the roads are congested with cars.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Mike. Well, how about we get into some of these events that are coming up? We got a lot of stuff going on this weekend. We're gonna talk about, and I think we'll hit some of these, and then we'll get Joey and Holly in here. So, first off, how about if I just start with this one here?
Okay.
The library, Garden City Library, is going to have Elizabeth Jen pie kits available at the Garden City Harvest Fest, and that's tomorrow, the Harvest Fest. Get 2 pies for $12. They have 8 different varieties: fresh berry, chocolate, strawberry, banana cream, chocolate cream, apple crisp, apple, gluten-free apple.
We bought a couple of the banana,
we did too.
Banana cream.
Good.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I even made one.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
This is not Julia Child you're looking at.
So it's got to be pretty easy, right?
It was pretty easy, and it was good.
Good. Also, key lime pie and lemon meringue. All funds benefit the Garden City Library Building Fund. So they say hurry because the apple is almost gone. But this Friday, that's tomorrow, the Harvest Market will also feature the Garden City Garden Club. They're having a plant sale over there, and I will mention that a little later in the show. It's going to be Cougar Pride Weekend. Junior High Pom Pom Squad is coming to perform. Willie's 5th birthday party.
Right.
They're going to have cake for everybody and enjoy it by Lula Breeze Sweet Eats. They're going to have square dancing. You want to get out there and juji-pook a little bit?
No.
Bring your partner and do-si-do. And they're going to have a couple bonfires actually going on over there. So it's going to be a good time.
That's this week at Harvest Market.
It's this week.
And they're running Harvest Market for the whole month on Fridays, aren't they?
Exactly. It's going to be Friday, tomorrow, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., and it's located at the northeast corner of Ford and Middlebelt next to the Kroger parking lot. So you all come out and check that out. It's a good time. Why don't you, what do you got there? You do
okay,
that
let me start with Saturday activities, too.
Okay.
There's the open house at the Garden City Fire Department, sponsored by the Fire Department and the Garden City Lions. Mm-hmm. It'll start at 11 a.m. and run till 3 p.m. Special needs preview at 10 for special needs friends only. Join us for a fun-filled day for the whole family. There will be lots of things to see and do. Don't forget your cameras. Tours of the fire truck and ambulance. Meet and talk with some of the Garden City firefighter paramedics. Meet Sparky the fire dog. Demonstration of our firefighting equipment, vehicle extrication demonstration with our Jaws of Life, visit with the area ER doctors and nurses that will be on hand doing crafts. Local clubs and businesses will be on hand with treats and prizes. Please bring canned food or non-perishable food for the Garden City Food Pantry. Now that starts it off.
Yeah. It's only
overlapping, and from there is the Garden City 2016 Chili Cook-Off Motorcycle and Hot Rod Show.
Yeah.
Fun for the whole family. It's going to run from 12 to 5. Hot chili, cold beer, live music, hot rods, motorcycles, petting zoo, wagon rides, miniature golf, face painting, arts and crafts, food trucks. That'll be at the usual northeast corner of Ford and Middlebelt. Parking also will be available at the Garden City High School with shuttle service available until 5 p.m. Proceeds will benefit for the best local charities, the Garden City Goodfellows, United Needy Family, the Straight Farmhouse, and our home food pantry. And so they're again asking people to bring a can of food to be donated. Mm-hmm. And then after that, it's still going on.
Saturday. This is still Saturday.
It's all Saturday. The afterburn, it ain't time to go home yet.
Oh, that's a good time.
Come to the afterburn from 5 to 9 p.m., immediately following the chili cook-off, featuring Bonnie and the Working Girls. We're accepting non-perishable food donations for the food pantry. This is sponsored by the Garden City Business Alliance, www.gardencitybusinessalliance.org. So that takes us through Saturday.
Okay, that's Saturday.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we not only do events here, we also do public announcements, and I got a couple of those.
Okay.
And you may have noticed that the trucks are out on Ford Road in Garden City because we're undergoing upgrades to our LED lighting system.
Yeah, we did mention that.
During September and October, they've been out. The areas affected include Ford Road from Merriman to Henry Rupp and Ford Road from Inkster to Garden. The work will vary throughout the area, but will include pole removal, underground directional boring, and burying of underground wire, the addition of metal poles also in some areas, and the upgrades to LED lights throughout the area. Areas of Ford Road will experience temporary street light outages over the time of the project. This project will not affect neighborhoods in any way, so look for that. Also, the much-anticipated road project has finally started on Cherry Hill between Merriman and Wayne. Crews are working, and there are lane restrictions. The speed limit, remember, is 30 miles an hour through the construction zone, and it will be enforced by police. Please consider an alternate route. This is a large project that will take a while to complete. Please pay special attention to the construction zone and put down that phone.
Yeah.
Don't be distracted.
We've been taking Marquette.
Yeah.
Going all the
I
way to
avoid
Newburgh
it.
on it.
I avoid it completely. What do you got there now? Well, what are we going into now?
Okay, a week from Saturday, the American Legion Auxiliary Unit 396 is having a fall craft and vendor show. Mm-hmm. It'll be from 10 to 3 p.m. at $1 admission at St. Mel's Church, 7506 Inkster Road in Dearborn, just north of Warren. There'll be a bake sale, food available, 50-50 raffle. You can email the American Legion AUX 396 craft show at yahoo.com for more information.
Okay. This is one you might be interested in, and maybe you've attended, I don't know. It's the 25th annual Diabetes Day. Garden City Hospital's putting that on, and it's November 5th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's a free event, and it's going to be held at the new Westland City Hall in the Grand Ballroom.
What time is it?
From 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
We have something going on at that time.
Do you?
Yeah, it's called Make a Senior Smile.
That's right. Now,
it doesn't last till 2.
Yeah.
But still.
We're going to be there. We'll be tired too, I bet.
Yeah, and I can't stay probably till the end of Make a Senior Smile because I'm assuming Michigan and Maryland will kick off around noon.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I can get the people out there to...
Yeah, you can get them out there.
Get them out there, get them their shirts and get them their assignments and stuff. But
yep,
I won't be around when they come back.
Right. So this event at Garden City Hospital is putting on, you have to RSVP, and it's required by October 20th. Seats are limited. The phone number is 734-458-4330. And City Hall is located at 36300 Warren Road in Westland.
I did go to a Garden City Hospital presentation on diabetes at the hospital a few years back.
Okay.
It was worthwhile.
I also want to mention real quick that the deadline to register to vote in the November 8th election is October 11th.
Tuesday.
Very, very close. You only have a few days, and please register and please vote. It's very, very important.
Yeah.
You can register to vote at City Hall and also at the Secretary of State's office. I think you might be able to do it online, too, at the Secretary of State. I'm not sure.
Probably.
So check that out. All right. What do you got?
Okay. Tuesday, October 18th, the Garden City Garden Club presents How Insects Help Your Flowers. Insect and flower pollination relationships.
That's very important, you know.
Yeah.
The bee population's hurting.
Yeah. My wife has no problem with insects as long as they're out pollinating flowers and not in the house.
Right.
Speaker is Roger Sutherland. It's going to be at the Maplewood Community Center, 31735 Maplewood, Garden City. The presentation is open to the general public. The cost is free. Flowers, insects, and other pollinators have had millions of years to develop amazing interrelationships to ensure and improve each other's survival. This PowerPoint program gives the viewer a close-up and better understanding of how the flower attracts pollinators and how the pollinator finds and adapts to the flowers. Some attention is given to the evolution of flowers and pollinators, Learn what plants you can add to your garden that will encourage pollinators.
Awesome.
Yep.
Sounds interesting. Tony Widmer, I do not see, is not on the line, so I'm going to go ahead and announce this for him. It's television trivia. This sounds kind of cool. It's
Is that at the Moose?
It's hosted by the Garden City Gladiators, and it's at the Garden City Moose Lodge, 29137 Ford Road.
For the art museum?
No, this is for the Gladiators.
Okay.
Yeah, that's different.
Okay.
Saturday, October 8th.
God.
Oh my God. Check-in starts at 6:30. Trivia starts at 7 p.m. It's $10 per person. They're going to have teams of 3 or more, 50-50 raffles, cash bar, no smartphones, and no cheating. Snacks and prizes will be awarded to the top 3 teams. So that's television trivia, another item for Saturday.
Yeah.
Wow, just what we need, huh?
There's some group is sponsoring a comedy night at the Moose
Yes.
to benefit the art museum.
Yes. And
I don't
you
have
know
the
what?
details on it. It was announced at Kiwanis today.
Yeah.
I think Kim brought it up.
The only bees this year was on the pumpkins. The guest 3 said that. I think that might be Paul Werhan. I'm not sure. Yeah, true. What do you got?
Well, I've got the next really big activity after those.
Oh, that's huge.
The second annual Spooktacular Trunk or Treat, sponsored by the Garden City Business Alliance and the DDA. It'll be Thursday, October 27th from 5:30 until 7. This is so big that we are actually canceling community chat that night.
Yes, we are. There won't be a show that night.
It'll take place in the Kroger Plaza parking lot, north of Ford and east of Middlebelt. Donations of non-perishable food items for our Garden City Food Bank will be gladly accepted and collected at the event. Also, donations of candy are encouraged.
Yes. Mike Jones and his wife made a nice donation for the trunk or treat. That's awesome.
We got a giant bag from Sam's Club tonight.
We appreciate that.
Volunteers are needed for the trunk or treat. Please email Elaine Salter at esalter1125@yahoo.com and come to participate or donate candy or contact the DDA at 734-261-2830. If people come through like I would expect them to with the donated food, you're going to need a big truck to take that stuff back. It's going to be a huge influx for the food pantry.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'm going to talk about it a little later in the show, but we're well over 900 coming and 3,100 interested.
Wow. And how many trunks? 50?
We have 51 right now.
51 trunks.
And, we're gladly taking donations of candy. We would appreciate any donations. So anybody interested, get a hold of us. All right. How about this? Volunteer drivers are still needed for Meals on Wheels, the Meals on Wheels program over at Maplewood. They also need help in the thrift store over there. Please apply at the Maplewood Center, 31735 Maplewood. That's in Garden City. Or you can call 734-793-1850 for more information. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8:45 to 9, and Saturday, 8:45 to 5. Want me to do another one?
Sure.
I can do another one. Friends of the Fall Library used book sale.
Yeah, that comes before my next one, so go ahead.
Yeah, will be held Monday and Tuesday, October 17th and 18th, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Books by the Bag will be held Wednesday, October 19th, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. If you're interested in volunteering, please sign up at the library. Garden City Library is the place for your books, DVDs, CDs, audiobooks, magazines, computer access, and free Wi-Fi.
Librarian James Lentz announced at the Kiwanis meeting today that they are all year long accepting gently used books.
Yeah, they'll take
DVDs.
Yep. 365 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Garden City Public Library also provides access to ebooks via Outer Drive and e-magazines via Zeno. Using your Garden City Public Library card, you will have access to these services from anywhere at any time. For questions about the library, please feel free to call 734-793-1830. What do you got there?
I've got a Garden City Project Graduation Road Rally, Halloween Road Rally. It's going to be on Saturday, October 29th. 3 o'clock, start your engines. $20 per person, 4 persons per vehicle. 2 o'clock check-in at the Garden City High School parking lot, 6500 Middle Belt Road. You must have a copy of a valid driver's license and proof of insurance presented at check-in. Dinner will be included, prizes awarded based on team points. Points can be earned for correct answers, costumes, team spirit, and extra credit photo ops. Each team should have a car, a smartphone, and 4 crazy fun people. Students
Wild and crazy.
Wild and crazy guys. Students may participate, but you must have a driver that's 18 years or older. There will be no speeding. If you are issued a traffic violation of any kind, you will be disqualified. Remember, this is fun. We do not want you hurt or get a ticket. That is not fun. Yeah. You can register your team at any time with payment. Registration deadline is October 23rd. Rules of the road rally will be given upon registration, and you can contact me. I don't know who the me is, but you can contact them at GardenCitySchools.com. Call or text 734-612-5274.
And, you know, speaking of costumes, I don't think you'll want to dress as a clown.
No, that clowns have been getting some bad publicity.
Yes, very bad. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Man, oh, man, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's absolutely nuts.
Clown thieves and robbing and
shooting at the Livonia police.
Yeah. Now
it's insane.
I'm beginning to understand why David
don't like
clowns.
Yes, he makes that well known, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You know, the Spooktacular Trunk or Treat, I just wanted to mention, it is a free admission, children under 12.
Yeah.
And under, please, at the farmer's market. You mentioned the food pantry. It's going to be a big deal, very big deal.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I got and this is going to go right into what you have there. The 56th annual Santa Land Parade is going to be Saturday, November 26th. It's a big city, it's a Garden City thing. And it's a tradition. Come out and join in with a wonderful event that highlights Santa Claus coming to Garden City. After the parade, children of all ages are invited to meet St. Nick himself. Also, right after the parade, and I'll let you get that, is the second annual Holiday Craft and Business Expo, immediately open after the parade.
We can't do one event in a day. We have to have 2 or 3 on the same day.
Exactly, why everybody's here. It's November 26th from 12 to 4 p.m. More details to be announced. But why not get your holiday shopping off to a fun and enjoyable afternoon
local businesses.
With local business. It's also Small Business Saturday the same day. So local businesses, crafters, and home-based businesses ready to serve you. So for more information, you can contact Kelly if you're a vendor, you have a business, you want to get a table there. You're more than welcome to call Kelly or email her, at guardian@guardianmartialarts.com. And speaking of the parade, what do you got?
Oh, yeah. A fundraiser for the parade. You can now get these really neat Garden City T-shirts available at City Hall and Maplewood Center, or probably even better, they're only $20. Go order them online at www.inkOrPorateGraphics.com. That's PORATEGRAPHICS.com/GC thing. Proceeds go to help the Santa Land Parade. They're available in green and black. Carrie and I have each gotten ours, I think.
Yep.
So they're really, really a nice looking shirt.
They really are.
You know, you'd be proud to wear that around Garden City at any time, and this will help the parade continue its fine, 56-year-long performance record.
Exactly. I'm just looking up. Do you know when that comedy night thing was? Is it November?
I don't remember, but it's coming up. Yeah.
Oh, here it is right here. I got it. I'll read this too, and I want to plug this. Sunday, November 13th at 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. At the Garden City Moose Lodge, 538-29137 Ford Road in Garden City. They are going to have the Laughing Pig Comedy Festival. It's a comedy fundraiser for the Arts Center of Garden City, celebrating the art of stand-up comedy and named in honor of Garden City's mascot, Willie the Pig.
They have 2 local comedians.
Yes.
Plus Kevin Kramus.
Yeah, Kevin Kramus will host it, our very own. He's going to host it. Tickets are $20 and can be purchased in advance at downtown DDA office, Fleming Financial Services, or at the door the night of the show. For questions, please contact John Fleming, 734-604-0227. And that is for the art festival or arts center that's going to be going in there. So, yeah, I meant to do that earlier, and I forgot. Okay, what else we got here? Oh, and I think the final thing of the year is the holiday Christmas tree lighting. That will be Monday, November 28th. Sing carols, enjoy hot chocolate, and count down to the lighting of the community Christmas tree in the Commons corner located at the northeast corner of Ford and Middlebelt. Also, I want to mention the Farmers Market lot is located in the Garden City Town Center Plaza, where Kroger's is, northeast corner, Ford Road and Middlebelt, Garden City, Michigan. Also, I literally, while we're on air, just got an email from Garden City Police, and good news, though.
Did they find the kid?
They located him. They had an all-points bulletin out for a 9-year-old boy. He walked away from the area of Catherine and Harris about 5:15. His name was, what's his name? Austin. And I no sooner got that email, and then I got the text that he had been located. So that's good news.
That's a relief.
Very good news. The missing 9-year-old boy has been located. Thank you for all your assistance, Garden City Police. So that's good news. That was a happy ending there. But you never know. You never know. These kids, you need to tell people where you're going. All right. I think that's it.
Yeah.
What else you got?
That's all I've got.
That's all you got?
I know
that is a lot of stuff going on.
I know the Kiwanis was at the board meeting last night, was talking about future events and fundraisers and so forth, and we got a planning meeting with the Rotary next week to try to finalize some details for the Christmas party. We got some real concerns with the Christmas party. We used to have it at Schoolcraft during the middle of the day, and the kids were bussed over there. But the problem was that when they came back to school, these ones that had been selected by the teachers because they knew that they were probably not going to have much of a Christmas were bringing back bags full of toys. And the other kids were saying, well, why not me?
Yeah.
And why wasn't I there? So last year we had it at Memorial School, and it was in their gym, and it was after school. But problems with that were that it's not that big, and we had like 100 kids, and it was too small for the number of kids.
Right.
We didn't have good control over who came because there were people coming and saying, "Yeah, here's my second grader, and here's their siblings."
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was very hard to hear.
Right.
It was just very noisy with all the people in there, and it was hard to even hear Santa and the choir and what have you singing. So we've got to work out some details, and we got to get going on it because we got like 2 months.
Yeah, it's going to be here. I'm telling you, right around the corner. And I don't know. Sometimes I think we stretch ourselves a little too far sometimes on some of these events, because it takes a lot of volunteers. It takes a lot of planning. Yeah. And it's the same people, it seems, that are always volunteering and stepping up to do this. And
Councilwoman Pat.
We need to get some.
Pat
McCarge.
And Dave Stapleton from the Rotary.
Yeah.
And I volunteered to be part of the committee. Are supposed to meet next week. Now, I haven't been told what.
When
I check my
or
emails,
where?
maybe I'd know. I haven't been told when and where.
Okay.
But we've got to get going on this.
Yeah.
Because just pinning down the location and how it's going to be run is one thing, but going out and buying $1,200 worth of toys and getting them all.
I'm telling you, and wrapped. Well, the wrapping goes pretty quick because you do get quite a. I know Cheryl really gets into that wrapping. She likes doing that. It's a nice.
But if it follows the tradition,
it's a lot.
It'd be on December 18th, and the wrapping would be on December 11th.
Now, is the location still going to be over at Schoolcraft?
No.
You don't know?
I don't know. I said there's problems with Schoolcraft, but there was also problems at the elementary school.
Oh my gosh!
So that's the things we got to work out. Are we even going to have it because of all these issues? I don't know.
Wow.
I certainly hope
Maybe
so.
we have to talk to Derek Fisher and see if he can help out with the schools or whatever for location. Paul in the chat room wants to know where the community, the food from the community garden is being taken. I can tell you on September 15th, they harvested 57 pounds of veggies, and they took it to the senior center, I believe. Also, they donate to a lot of the churches in the area, the food pantries, and it's spread all over, but it stays in our community. So, thanks for asking that, Paul. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, we also talked to Kiwanis about having another trivia night probably in January in sports venue.
Yeah, that was kind of a good deal.
Yeah. Having another casino bus trip, those things fill up fast.
What about comedy nights? Any more of those?
Oh, yeah, we'll
down
probably
the road?
have another comedy night.
Yeah, not so close to this one, maybe.
Yeah, no, it's been typically like
spring, isn't it?
Yeah,
early.
in March, beginning of April.
Yeah.
Last year we wound up having it at the Moose because we lost our site.
Yeah, Albert's.
When Albert's closed.
Yeah.
So
we might have to look for some venues.
Yeah, I don't know what I think John's leaning towards going back to the Moose.
Really?
Yeah, but we'll see.
If you have to, you have to. You know. Yeah, but don't forget, we got a huge venue right next to the Moose, the Art Center, and he's always open for possibilities of having it in that big room there.
Yeah, but I'd like to see him get. I don't want to get in the way of his construction.
Well, this is something that we, it's going to be done in stages. I can tell you. I mean, Don says it's not going to be done overnight, but it's something that we can talk to him about and see if he's.
When that's completed, I think, no doubt, that's going to be a site that's going to be very popular for events.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It'll be really
exactly.
Good.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're hoping it's going to be a destination here in Garden City. So,
and we're planning on making a field trip, as I discussed with you, up to West Branch to see the Great Camel Run, because the night before the Great Bacon Run in June, we're hoping to have a great pig race.
Yeah.
On the lines of their Great Camel Race.
Yeah, we'll give them a little tease. That's a little tease. We're not going to give you all the information yet, but let me tell you, it's going to be a fun time.
If we can do half of what they do up there in West Branch,
you'll be pretty solid.
The first year, it's going to be fantastic, and it should just grow immensely from that. And
what an idea!
And it'll involve businesses. It'll involve the community. It should be
huge.
A really great event.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. If it's promoted right and done right, it's going to take some planning. But I think now we gave you a big enough tease that you're going to want to know more.
In fact,
to come.
We're talking about having a trailer on back of our Santaland parade of a pig to promote it. Yeah. Talking about it. Add a little tease there. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. keep them wanting more.
Yeah. Look for the Great Pig Race.
All right. Well, I think we covered darn near all the events. How about we get Joy and Holly in here with their gardening tip of the week, and then we'll wrap it up after that. Okay. Here we go.
This is Gardening in 2 Minutes. As the gardening season wraps up in the Northern Hemisphere, we reflect on what we have grown and what we may choose to grow differently next year. One crop that almost every gardener grows in one form or fashion is tomatoes. Here's 3 recommendations of tomato varieties that we would suggest you try if you've never grown them before.
I would recommend the Black Krim. It's a heirloom tomato. It's a darker colored tomato. It has a very rich, deep flavor. It is excellent and meaty, whether you want a slicing tomato, or you want to put it in a salad, or you want it to can it. It's got a lot of meat to it, and it's kind of different looking, and I like that about it.
Second recommendation is the giant white tomato. It's not pure white in the sense of the color, more of a cream color, but it gets very large. We're talking 8 to 14 to 1.25 pounds to 1.5 pounds size tomatoes. Very meaty, very few seeds, and incredibly sweet compared to other tomatoes that we have tasted. So we will increase our plant starts of the giant white tomato come next year.
I would also recommend, if you're looking for like a cherry or a grape tomato, a smaller tomato, would be the yellow plum. And the yellow plum is a heavy producer of a small tomato. It's a nice sweet taste. It's not red like a typical cherry tomato. It's a yellow tomato, but it is delicious and it produces heavily, and it's still a smaller tomato. So if you're looking for that smaller variety, you can definitely use that with this tomato, and it's nice and meaty too.
With any type of tomatoes, you want to determine where you're growing them and the purpose that you're going to use them for. If you're limited on space, determinants are the best. If you have unlimited space, indeterminants are even better. For more information on all the varieties of tomatoes we grow, it's under the tomato tab on our website, as well as our weekly video productions, as well as our free downloadable digital quarterly magazines, and all that information can be found
at the WisconsinVegetableGardener.com.
A gardener for all gardeners. For Gardening in 2 Minutes, I'm Joy Baird.
I'm Holly Baird.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
I don't know if I can get into yellow tomatoes.
Yeah, yellow, and there's white and blue.
When we were in the Philippines, they had banana ketchup, and that was hard to get used
Banana ketchup?
Banana ketchup.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of ketchup to begin with. I mean, but I saw how it was made one time. It never ate sense. I'm sorry.
I like ketchup all right, but banana ketchup? Yellow?
No. All right. Well, I want to remind all residents that the next regular city council meeting will be held Monday, October 10th at 7 p.m. in the council chambers located at 6000 Middle Belt Road.
I can make it for a change.
They urge all residents to attend. Yeah, we've been kind of watching it online now because it's just it's tough, man. I always have something going on. So
they've been pretty short and
and they've been so fast. Right.
But I haven't been able to make the last two because of conflicts at Comerica Park. But
yeah,
that's over.
Yeah, we always
I'm
have
now
some commitment or something
retired.
going on.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Officially retired from Comerica.
Yeah, after only 38 years.
All right, well, let's do a little plug here for the Garden City Business Alliance.
Absolutely.
We're still looking for participants to decorate your trunks or your trucks and hand out candy for this year's trunk or treat. We have about 51 trunks so far right now. We're still looking for more, so you're more than welcome to participate. If you're interested, please contact Chairperson Elaine at 734-502-2046 or email her, like Mike said earlier, at esalter1125@yahoo.com. If you participate in decorating your trunk and pass out candy or whatever, you'll be able to enter at 4 p.m. to set up, so it gives you plenty of time before the event starts at 5:30. This is also a great opportunity for businesses to get involved in the community and showcase and promote your business. 1,500 people last year, that's a whole lot of potential customers, for sure. So far this year, I just checked the event page, and we are now at a little over 930 going, 3,100 interested. Wow. So that's a lot of people. Going to be a great time. And people are so patient while they wait in line. It's incredible.
Yeah,
but, I mean, the line goes pretty quick. It does go quick.
It did, but at 7 o'clock last year, we were lined up all the way out to Ford Road, essentially.
Yep, all the way out there.
And those people got a chance to get in because
they
were in line.
Right.
But
that's the cutoff. 7 o'clock, we have to be very, very committed to that. 7 o'clock, nobody after that. So, if you can't do a trunk this year but would like to be a part of it, we are gladly accepting your donations of candy. Mike and his wife, Faye, gave us a big bag of candy here that will definitely be put to good use. We appreciate that, Mike. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll recognize you in any advertising we do, flyers, newspapers, social media, etc. If you're on Facebook, there is an event page under Spooktacular Trunk or Treat 2016 where you can get more information. So please consider doing a trunk for the event. If not, be sure to share this and bring your kids, your grandkids, your neighbors' kids. It's a really great time. And did I mention we're going to have some special guests? We're going to have Star Wars Stormtroopers. There's going to be the Garden City Fire Department with their fire trucks. Also, Garden City Police Department is going to be there. Canine Officer Shippy with Rudy is going to be there, so you'll be able to meet Rudy if you haven't met Rudy. And as long as the weather is good, Olaf from Frozen says that they'll be there. So I just want to mention that if you would like to be a guest on our show, it's very easy. Just send us an email at gccommunitychat@gmail.com, and we'll shoot you some available dates, and that's all there is to it. Maybe you own a business or you belong to an organization and would like to share your information with us, and the surrounding communities? If so, this is the forum for you. Once again, email us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com or give us a call, 734-788-9319. We look forward to hearing from you. Are you a business owner, resident, or community advocate interested in serving the business community? If so, the Garden City Business Alliance is looking for you. Becoming a member is very easy. Just visit their website at GardenCityBusinessAlliance.org. Fill out the contact page or give them a call at 734-788-9319 for more information. Also, visit their Facebook page at facebook.com/Garden City Business Alliance. And we have a really, really nice Garden City business directory that we just put online. It's still a work in progress. It's GC Business. Oh, let me check. I don't want to get this wrong. But Rick Palmer, our webmaster, has been working on it, and it is really, really nice. So
he does good work. So
yes, he does.
I'm sure it's
here's the bookmarks.
Top quality.
Yeah. Huh. Darn it, I don't see it. Oh, here
Now,
it is.
does it just have the businesses that are in the Business Alliance in it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Absolutely. It's gcbusinessguide.com. Check it out. It's got a lot of great information over there, maps and everything to each business. So very, very cool. So, hey, if you want to be a part of that, get a hold of them on their website, and they will get you on there. Also going to have online printable coupons on there, too, available for the businesses to create, all totally free. All you got to do is pay a $25 a year membership. You can't beat it. There's all kinds of benefits. So the next membership meeting, you can come as their guest, see what they're all about. That's going to be October 14th, 9 a.m. at the Straight Farmhouse in the Grand Parlor, 6221 Merriman Road, just north of Ford Road. We thank the GCBA member, Mark Hammer, and all the folks over at the farmhouse for hosting our morning meetings. They do a great job. We really appreciate it. So we hope you'll be able to attend. We'd love to meet you and hope that you'll consider becoming a member of the GCBA. Okay, before we sign off tonight, please jot these numbers down if you'd like to become a volunteer for any of the DDA events. Even this weekend, they're still looking for volunteers. Call Kim or Teresa at 734-261-2830. DDA office is located at 29213 Ford Road. And once again, if you'd like to become a member of the GCBA or volunteer for maybe the afterburn, if you want to come up Saturday night for the afterburn, give us a call at 734-788-9319 or go through their website, like I said, GardenCityBusinessAlliance.org. Both the GCBA and DDA are working hard on events and dates right now, and they're always looking for volunteers. Please contact them today. Well, Mike, I think we're ready to call this a podcast.
Now, I did miss my theme song tonight.
Oh, that's what we got.
I sacrificed
well,
the
you know
theme
what?
song.
We're going to do it anyway. You're going to sing it. You ready? All right, here we go.
Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. Yes, that'll be the day.
Okay, it's
when
time
you
for
make
some
me cry.
community
You say he's gonna
So
leave.
let's get Mike in here.
You know it's
Mike,
a lie,
take it away.
'cause that'll be the day when I die.
All right. Yeah, we couldn't let a night go by without that.
Yeah.
I think people look forward to that. They really do. I know you do.
One person looks forward to it. I don't know if anybody else does. Others are probably ready to tune down the radio at this point, or
Hey, we have a good time, don't we? That's
We
for
do.
sure. All right, well, we're ready to call this a podcast. I want to thank my co-hosts, Tom and Mike. Great job as always. Thanks to our gardeners, Joy and Holly, and thanks to all our listeners on TalkShoe and to those that will be watching the show on our YouTube channel. Good night, Paul. You guys, you have a good night, all right? Take care. See you next week. Maybe probably see you at the chili cook-off. All right. Yeah. We really appreciate your support every week. Remember, the audio from tonight's show will be made available on our Facebook page at facebook.com/GCChat shortly after we sign off tonight, and also on our main show page at TalkShoe.com. Call ID 82757. And look for the video of tonight's show tomorrow on our YouTube channel if I get the time, I hope I have some time to do that. And Cheryl's already got me committed to somewhere else tomorrow now, so we'll see. Our YouTube channel is youtube.com/community chat show. I think it's going to be a late night tomorrow. That's what's going to happen. I have to edit this and get it up there. Well, not edit it, but get it up there. And if you like the show, don't forget to subscribe. Just click that little red subscribe button below the video. All right, remember, the success of a community depends on the community, so please support your local businesses. And if you see something, say something. Look out for one another out there. For all your weather information, be sure to head on over to DopperTomsWeather.com. So on behalf of Tom, Mike, Holly, and Joey, this is Kerry saying take care and see you next week, October 13th, right here on TalkShoe.com, show ID 82757, when our guest will be Mr. Tony Widmer from the Garden City Gladiators. You know, one more thing I want to do real quick. I have to mention Jerry from Party Animal Travel gave us a list of some of the airports, if you're traveling, that are closed. Atlanta's closed. Chicago's delayed. Disney World closed today. They are closed. Fort Lauderdale's closed. Miami's closed. Jacksonville, they were closing in 2 hours, so they're probably close to closing. And if you have any questions, he says you can call his office at 734-525-9777. So we thank Jerry for that.
If you have a Caribbean cruise canceled or scheduled, turn around and come home, because it ain't going to happen.
And I'll tell you, I hope you got insurance.
Yeah.
If you have insurance, you'll get refunded 100%. Yeah. If not, zero.
If you're scheduling a cruise at this time of year, it's be pretty smart to get the insurance.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so you guys be safe and have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Take care. All right, see you guys on YouTube, in YouTube world. Thanks for joining us. Take care. Bye-bye.